Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? Today we're doing our weekly recap of Bitcoin, and let me tell you, it is looking fantastic. Guys, this is the last candle. This one right here, right? Because this is the new candle. This is the last candle. We can see that it is a huge rejection. There is weak selling pressure near areas where there's always high selling pressure. We can see, right? We can see the first time we reach here, right? Obviously, we reach new all-time highs and stuff, but we closed over here, pushed, then we pushed, rejected, candle closed here. Then again, we're going up here. Although we touched price here, candles were not strong closes. Here, right, we can see, boom, right? The pressure was dying. Boom, next week, huge crash. And now we are back in this area, but this time it is different because this time price has not sold off. And what does that mean, guys? There's more and more buying pressure, and there's more and more buying pressure at areas where it's always been selling, right? Last week, I pretty much said this line over here, the first one, the first diagonal line you see, this one over here, right, was our pretty much diagonal um, resistance that was now turning to support, right? It was the floor. And then we have the second line because of these two areas of, you know, this area over here and this area over here. When you draw the line, you could also do that. But the more important one was this one that is up right now. Now, if we break it down in daily, we can see we're kind of going sideways and consolidating on top of this support, of this diagonal support, which is kind of the same thing what Bitcoin has been doing for months, right? In general, it's been going diagonally, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down in this boxy area. And now we're kind of doing the same thing, but on a smaller scale. And we're doing it on top of a huge resistance, which we're now trying to flip into a support. If we flip the if we flip the roof into a floor, then we got to go create a new roof eventually, right? Um, so right now it is looking pretty good. I think Bitcoin the next few short weeks is kind of going to range this way, right? The only area it probably will fill is this imbalance down here at one point. The second last imbalance that we have is this candle over here. Everything else has been filled up. Everything has been perfectly balanced out. Now, I don't think we will reach the bottom of here. I don't think we'll go that low. I think we're going to, in general, respect this new diagonal support. At one point, tap into this imbalance. So it's going to look something like this, right? So we go up. Let's say we go to this, wick down, this, right? And then we're going to kind of create this resistance, right? We're going to have a resistance here. We're going to have a support here. And then we're eventually going to start breaking out of it. And then once we start going up, the next relevant area, like I said, is pretty much the all-time highs. Once we get to the all-time highs, not be surprised if there's a little bit of a sellout, maybe a little fake out, like something like this, boom. That is what I expect in general over the next few weeks. And guys, it is looking good. It is some of the last times you're going to be able to buy these coins, any coins, for the prices they're at. The reason why coins are still kind of down is because Bitcoin dominance is extremely high. It is in the highest as pretty much it's ever been, right? Sitting at 59.40%. Just 2 or 3 days ago, almost hit 60%, right? We are still in this diagonal kind of column, in this box, right? So no structure has been broken. I expect the Bitcoin dominance to continue rising up. I still think it's going to go to the high 60s before we see some kind of break and sell off. Obviously, we'll have to see at the time. Woo! Jesus, got out of breath. I'm leaving that in. I'm leaving that in. Also, in terms of market cap for coins outside the top 10 coins, right? We are looking at a very, very good time. We still have our Fibonacci tool from the highs over here to the relevant bottoms, and you're still pretty much buying at around, I would say, 70 to 72% discount from the last relevant highs. And that's not, and then the next, is here. So you're still buying at a very, very cheap price all these coins. It is still looking very, very good for you. Remember, I do think in general, depending how much money comes in, that we should probably hit that 1 to 1.5 trillion dollar mark on a more realistic slash pretty optimistic side. I don't think I don't think it's going to be under a trillion. I do think that 1 trillion mark for the coins outside the top 10 will definitely happen. And I do think, like I said, we could pretty much go to that $1.5 trillion mark. I think this is very realistic. So let's say on average, right? It doesn't work this way. It doesn't work this way because certain coins pump more, certain coins it takes, a coin can go from 1 billion to 20 billion, that's 20x. A coin can go from 10 billion to 30 billion, and even though you pretty much put the same amount of market cap in, you're only getting 3x. But on average, right, you could see pretty much a 5x to like what, 7x on a coin easily, right? If we're supposed to take, it evenly through every coin, even though that's not how it technically works. But look, guys, it is looking good for you, okay? It is looking good. It is looking good for us. There's no need to panic. And I do think, like I said, once again, you are running out of time.